Project Management Next Steps by CHoward. Project closeout is the final phase of the project management process. Closeout entails releasing resources, project documentation, ensuring invoices and vendors have been paid, and evaluating team performance. Project managers need to understand when their team members are free to move on and assist with other projects. Documentation, training materials, and solid accounting practices will limit any potential issues with project costs and future use of project deliverables. Evaluating the project and learning from any setbacks is a valuable tool that should be accomplished during the closeout process. Project closeout has many common pitfalls, including omitting the process altogether and not planning, and time constraints. This can lead to projects that underdeliver and do not meet scope requirements. Another common issue is skipping the project evaluation. This is caused by fear of damaging morale and time constraints. Team and project performance evaluations must be planned for. These meetings provide a great opportunity to review the overall project and document lessons learned. Who wants to keep making the same mistakes? The focus of the discussion must be on the tasks and processes of the project. Avoid personal attacks and blame aimed at individuals. Some solutions to help with project closeout. The same level of effort should be exerted throughout the duration of the entire project. The project plan needs to include both time and budget devoted to the project closeout process. Project managers should leverage previous checklists, satisfaction surveys, and templates if they are available from their project management office. These checklists will ensure that all proper steps have been followed. Another mechanism to aid project closeout is timeliness. Meet with customers and project teams as soon as possible while the project is fresh in everyone's memories. Let's look at some real-world scenarios that are common with the closeout process. If a project manager does not check that all invoices have been sent, accepted, and processed for payment, there's a great risk that unexpected charges can pop up after the project has been completed. To stay ahead of this, the project manager must be in contact with their internal accounting team, vendors, and contractors to make certain that all labor, supplies, and materials are accounted for. Say you're a project manager on a building construction project, and you hand over the keys to when the project is complete. You're done, right? That is dead wrong. The project manager should also follow up to see if the customer is satisfied. Happy customers equal repeat business and generate some of your best marketing. Add this to the warranty requirements of most buildings and new equipment. All equipment must be in working order for at least a year or more after move-in. International and cross-cultural projects present a completely different set of issues that must be dealt with. In our globally connected business environment, we will work with people from many different backgrounds. Working on international projects creates a unique set of issues. Project managers will need to overcome working with teams in multiple time zones, language barriers, and teams with differing and sometimes opposing worldviews. Working in other countries presents a completely different set of laws and regulations that the project manager will need to navigate to deliver the project. Let's look at some common pitfalls to working on international projects. Pitfalls for managing international projects can be boiled down to making assumptions. Project managers should not assume others have the same worldview and priorities as they do. There will be differences. The project manager must take time to understand the cultures of those they work with. The same motivational techniques may not apply. Another error in judgment is assuming access to the same types of resources, labor, and equipment they are accustomed to. Simple things like access to communication, transportation, and raw materials may not be available to the project manager. Project managers working on international projects must be patient and open-minded. There will need to be some give and take. Project plans and schedules should allow for more time than anticipated. Project managers should focus on the project and ensure that all stakeholders understand what is expected of them. Don't zero in on differences, but instead on how each culture brings value to the project. Project managers need to set clear norms and standards for the project team to follow. Let's look at some real-world scenarios in international projects. Let's say a new project manager is assigned to a high-profile international project. She does her project plan and schedule before she even gets in country. Upon arrival, she finds many of her assumptions are wrong. There is adequate heavy equipment to work on the airport project she's been assigned to, but the mechanics that work on them daily to keep them operational are in short supply. This is a problem. Also, there's a 2-week-long festival right in the middle of a critical task. No work will take place, and most of the country will be celebrating during this festival. Add to this the issue with her work visa. Headquarters assured her everything would be squared away before her arrival, but she lost 3 days dealing with customs officials just trying to get into the country. Agile project management is the evolution of project management. Agile is the method of managing projects with a somewhat nebulous scope and undefined budget. The project is necessary, but there may be too many variables to plan for. Agile project management works best with smaller projects and teams. It can be scaled to larger projects, but great care should be used during the monitoring controlling phases. Agile can sometimes rely on an iterative process or waterfall process of the work packages. As the project progresses, final schedules and budgets come into focus more. Agile project management techniques are another tool in the project manager's toolbox. Let's look at some common pitfalls in Agile, including poor communication and lack of support by management. The lack of detailed planning can lead to uncertain costs and schedules with Agile project management. This may cause fear or rejection of the project before it even gets off the ground. Agile project management must have customer and stakeholder input to be successful. Without direction, teams will waste effort and can quickly go off track. For this reason, close coordination between the project team is necessary. Many project managers may not be accustomed to the frequent, if not daily, communication needed to work through project-related issues. Some solutions to overcome these hurdles is, as with all projects, a sponsor with enough political power within your organization to support your efforts to implement Agile project management. Explain to all stakeholders the nature of Agile projects, that budget and schedule are rough time estimates. You should try to limit the use of Agile project management to smaller projects and maybe those that you can work with a familiar team. The project manager will need to set a regular meeting cadence and be prepared. You also need to get your customer involved with the project. Let's look at some real-world situations that can happen with Agile projects. So let's say a new project manager decides to use Agile project management without management approval. In doing so, they risk blowback from many angles. Gaining budget approval will be difficult, as will securing resources. Additionally, a customer may not be supportive of a fluid schedule. Let's look at the Project Management Institute and the different certifications that they have available. PMI offers various project management related training and certifications. Today I will be discussing the PMP, or Project Management Professional, CAPM, or the Certified Associate in Project Management, and the PGMP, or the Program Management Professional. Gaining any of these certifications is proven to increase your ability to deliver successful projects. The PMP certification is a globally recognized program that individuals earn to show competency in many areas of project management. It teaches a structured method to project delivery applicable to many industries. Earning your PMP is a way to set yourself apart from others in your organization and shows your employers that you want to grow your skills. The requirements of gaining your PMP, there are multiple paths to gain your PMP certification. Individuals will need a combination of education, experience, and exams to gain PMP certification. To maintain your PMP certificate, a minimum of 60 professional development units, or hours, must be earned every 3 years. The Certified Associate in Project Management, CAPM, is the introductory step in the PMP certification process. Individuals will need a combination of education, experience, and exams to gain their CAPM certification. To maintain that certificate, a minimum of 15 professional development units, or hours, must be earned every 3 years. CAPM holders are most likely junior project managers that have worked on smaller projects and want to grow in their careers. To attain a CAPM certification, individuals will need a combination of education, experience. They'll need a secondary degree, such as a high school diploma or associate's degree, 23 hours of project management education completed by the time you sit for your exam. And that's the Program Management Professional is the premier certification that shows mastery of project management concepts. These are project managers that work on many related projects for large organizations. These projects benefit from centralized management by a single skilled individual. Individuals seeking Program Management Professional certification will need a combination of education, experience, and exams. Further, there is a panel review of past projects. To maintain your program management certificate, a minimum of 60 professional development units must be earned every 3 years. Are there any questions? Thank you.